What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. When I came to the Black manosphere community, once we got started in 2015, I was much under the impression that a lot of the issues that happened in Black America were catalyzed between Black men and Black women, with Black women in their positions taking much of the blame. I pretty much said that it was the Pookies and Ray Rays that they liked. It was their attitude towards Black men, their unwillingness to work with Black men, that left the community in disarray. Now, of course, I also talked about some of the things that Black men did, but that was my main premise. And then I met Brother George Macon, who changed my attitude towards certain things about that Black men are not seeking the power to work together or to create what they want to see, and that if you can do so, people, women included, would follow you. As I've gotten older, I've understood that he is right, and that many of the problems that we have as Black men ultimately are because of us. And women can be included in that, but ultimately it's us. And so what does LeBron James and Bronny James have to do with it? Let me explain it. LeBron James is a rich athlete, has a ton of money. He has everything that anybody would want. He's the first billionaire athlete in the sport of basketball. But what else has LeBron James been able to do? LeBron James has power. He can get coaches hired or fired. He can make demands. He's big in the trade union association. He's big in recruiting people to Rich Paul. He's super wealthy, but he's powerful. He leans on people. And how do we know he leans on people? Let's look at this clip.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys on back-to-back days. I think about the Los Angeles Lakers. I think about, a franchise where basketball history just sort of unfolds and takes place. I mean, if you think back to the origins of the game of basketball and Dr. Naismith and Peach Basket and all that's emanated from the invention of the game, and you think that in the history of the NBA, there's never been a father and a son that have shared an NBA basketball court, and that feels like something that could be magical. And we know and have to respect, of course, that LeBron has a decision about his opt-out, and I'm sure he and his family and his agent will deliberate what they're going to do there, and of course he has freedom to decide whatever's best for him and his family. But if it worked out that he was on our team next season, NBA history could be made, and NBA history should be made in a Lakers uniform. So that's just sort of globally how we feel about the draft moment, but more important than that is to talk about Bronny James as a basketball player, because this is his day, and he was the one selected with the 55th pick. Bronny is first and foremost a person of high character, and second, he is a young man that works incredibly hard. And those are the qualities we look for in drafting players and adding to our developmental core at the Lakers. He had a great draft workout with us where he displayed those qualities to me in a hour lunch that we shared in the building just to get to know each other. Became clear that he was a man of character.
That is Rob Pelinka, the GM of the Los Angeles Lakers, welcoming LeBron James Jr., also known as Bronny James, to the Lakers. Pick number 55. Now, of course, Bronny James was emotional, but we all know that Bronny James is not ready for the NBA. We know that Bronny James can't play at this level. He couldn't even start. I mean, he was an okay player. He needed some more experience. I think that he would have been okay if he stayed in college, but he's the kind of guy that needed all 4 years. But it doesn't matter when your dad is LeBron James. And when your dad has put in the work to stay in the league, to stay out of trouble, to get the power that he needs, he can make what he wants. And that's what he's done. You see, let me tell you something about a guy who's like LeBron James. He's never going to be the kind of guy complaining about women. Guys who think like LeBron James, they don't worry about women. They don't complain about women. They don't complain about the bad things happening women do. That's not what they do. Guys like LeBron James, they go out there and they win and they lean on people. That's what they do. Period. And black men got to understand that's what we need to do. You see, we put too much emphasis on black women, black society, and the black community instead of being successful and seeking power to force people into make the decisions that we need them to make to get what we need. That's how a lot of other groups do. And I know you guys are not going to like this example, but that's fine. Because when you are a winner and you focus on winning and you focus on producing, you can make anything you want happen. Okay? Women are not going to be as much of a problem as they are now. But when you're not winning, when you're not being successful, when you're not producing, everything is a problem then. You know? Everything is an issue then. When you can't control your own money, you can't control your own economy, which is what LeBron James does. Rich Paul and that whole cohort there and the money that they have, hey, it's all controlled in that economy, man. LeBron James is not worried about anything. He makes his decisions. And you know what? He can say, look, Rob, you guys got to draft Bronny James. If you don't draft him, I'm going to retire. Or trade me to another team that will take LeBron James Jr. with them. Okay? That's it. What are you going to do? The choice is yours. Rob Pelinka wanted to sell some seats. You goddamn right we'll take him in the second round. And he'll make the team. The same thing with the guy at Milwaukee the Bucks. Giannis. Got his trash brother over there on the team. Wanna know why? Look, you want me? Gotta pay my brother. And that's called power. Black men don't understand that. And I wish that black men understood what that meant, because if we did know what it meant, we would get treated a lot differently in the public. We would get treated differently by politicians. We would be getting treated differently. And I know what guys are saying, well, what's the answer? The answer is the passport bros, and let's go overseas. And I get that. Yeah, you'll be treated differently overseas, but you'll be even getting treated home. But you'll be treated even more better overseas when you got more power. You know, I'm over here in Africa, and when the Chinese guys come here, the Indian guys come here, they have a lot of respect from Africans. The Chinese guys and Indian guys, they're known for producing, and they make the rules. Sure, it's going to be hard. Sure, it takes work. Sure, it takes time. Sure, it takes proving yourself. But what LeBron James did was a power move. How many of us honestly are seeking power? Are we seeking power in the community that we live in? Are we seeking power to compete against other groups of men? Do we seek to do that? Not like we should, man. That's how white kids get, you know, if you look at what white kids do that went to Harvard. Look at George Bush. George Bush got into Harvard because of his father. He was a terrible student in high school, but he graduated Harvard. Why? His dad was George Bush, who I believe at one point was in the CIA. Everybody sets their kids up like that. It's not fair, right? It's not fair that LeBron James Jr. got picked by the Lakers in the second round. He's probably the worst player in the draft. It is not fair, but neither is life. Neither is life. And again, a lot of you guys can get mad. A lot of you guys can get upset about this. You guys don't want to hear this. And I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, it's going to be the truth. Women are going to have, in the community, whether you like it or not, the same level of respect for brothers that they've always had. Same thing with other groups, until black men start to seek abilities in which they want power in the country. They want to compete with other men in the country. And they're going to be able to be in positions where they can force people to say, listen, either you want to do this or we're out. If you don't want to do it, we're out. And somebody will have to oblige to that or we're out. So guys, we think it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. The episode of Celebrity Drunk. Put your fire, you do, turn the bell. We're out.